Right. So, as part of identity access management is concerned, because we discussed about importance of identity access management, architecture, all that stuff. And I have given you an introduction about sailPoint, right? So, why sailPoint are we using under identity access management in context to the application? So this is in continuation to that. So wherein when we are trying to understand about SailPoint, one of the key and important features that need to be understood about data access security. So data access security is majorly empowers organization to discover as well as govern and secure any kind of unstructured data when they are maintaining in the organization level. Because customer data it can be, right, so it can be of documents, it can be of different data wherein we are pulling out from the different resources, right? So sometimes that data can be something unstructured, so that unstructured data has to be secure and it must be protected against to the any kind of security risks which may happen in future, right? So that is one important thing, importance under the data security, data access security. Next, it also deliver enhancing the intelligence of critical data. Organizations can empower to historically improve the data security postures. At the same time, reducing the risk and streamlining compliance effort. Everything can be done under that. But when we are trying to work on data access security under the SailPoint, so there are a couple of features that we have. The two features we have. One is about log data, and second is about creating resources. Loading of data where we need to allow to connect with sources to identify whatever the security, the firewalls, right? So which can be secured, which can be configured in identity security cloud. At the same time, we can connect even to identity security cloud by connecting to the environment in order to set any kind of permissions or adding new entities to that. Or if you want to assign any identities to have any kind of data access for the security rules, everything can be done under the loading of data part. There were two major as far as data security is concerned. SailPoint. One is about the loading of data, as I told you. Loading of data again will be of two different, right? So wherein we need to create virtual appliances. That is point number one. Second, in connect to that, connecting to the identity secure cloud. So these are the two major ones comes under the loading of data cloud. Next, creating the resources. Creating the resources majorly focusing on creating some initial sources. What are the sources of data that we are collecting or gathering from the other places and all. So that part need to be taken into existence. Followed by this, we need to create some identity collectors, like whatever the creation of identity collectors, which majorly allows us to collect any information relating to the accounts or entitlements from any kind of resources that we are taking. Because SailPoint can be integrated with some internal as well as external systems if it is required, so that the data access, data management can be done accordingly. That's what something SailPoint majorly useful for. But one of the key element under that is called data access security. How you are accessing the data, how you are securing the data, and how you are protecting the data, so that what kind of protocol measures that are required us to follow, and how this can be taken into consideration, and how this can be moved on to the next level. So this is all about the data access security. Being into the SailPoint point of view, this knowing about data access security is always important. That is one thing. Next one about the user level descriptions. User level descriptions can be discussed later. But when you are talking about the user level, especially on the SailPoint, these are two things. One is on the application columns, and second is application access. Application columns majorly we have to mention the name of the application, right? So at the same time, any additional information about the application or any kind of common search or any kind of grouping criteria do we have. Along with that, we need to allow users to group applications together, providing some multiple options for the users, including editing or deleting an application. So all these things part of application groups, application columns, sorry, application. These are the different columns when we are creating an application. These things are there. One is, again, I'm repeating, name of the application, next additional information about the application. At the same time, common such are grouping criteria, which are comes under the type. Type is this, right? So we need to select the type, wherein we will be selecting the common such are grouping criteria. Next, we need to select the tags, majorly users to group any applications together and all. So action that has to be performed, right? So we need to provide multiple options for the users, including editing or deleting application, all that. Next one about application actions, right? So what actions that are to be performed? So different actions will be performed here because we are adding new, which majorly allow users to add any kind of new application, or if there is any kind of filters that are to be created, right? So we need to allow users to have any kind of defined such something like based on the name, based on the type, based on the tags. Filters can be created so that filtering process will be much easier so that customer can user can use the application more effective. What requires they want, they can see. Next one, editing, right? So we can also allow various details about the application which is to be edited, followed by uh, any allowing users to delete any kind of applications that we have chosen, or whenever there is a deletion of applications we were doing it, or we will be creating to clean the application for any kind of references in the data. At the same time, deletion of the tasks, right? So which can be monitored based upon the task screen that we have created. So initially, to start with, we need to create. And next, we need to exclude all the top level resources, like whatever the functionalities that are to be excluded, everything can be done. So this is where generally the application columns followed by the application groups when we are managing the user level applications, right? So when any user level descriptions that we are managing, everything we have to be managed in this regard. So followed by this, when it comes to the data access security is concerned in sailPoint, these are the things that we will be uh, requiring to make a clear understanding. This is what something that we'll be learning.